Hi, this is Van Walla coming to you from beautiful New Hope, Pennsylvania, where I've spent a midweek vacation here at the beautiful Aaron Burr House Bed and Breakfast, or as a Princetonian would say, the Aaron Burr of the great class of 1772 House Bed and Breakfast. It's been another trip outside of quarantine in Katona, New York, and my significant other, Naomi, have greatly enjoyed being here in New Hope, and then walking up over the river to someplace in New Jersey. Lambertville, New Jersey, thank you. And then walking up to Stockton, New Jersey on the canal towpath here. We've gotten close to 100,000 steps this week, so that's great. So it's been a really interesting vacation, being out someplace I haven't been before. Great dining, great walking. The weather held up. Very photogenic place. I put a lot of photos on Facebook and I enjoyed that. Among other things we also went to Doylestown, Pennsylvania, not too far from here, where Doylestown native James Michener has the James A. Michener Art Museum, which has a great collection of Impressionist art, American art, often done by artists from the Pennsylvania and New Jersey area. Very impressive. And I especially enjoyed the room devoted to Michener's career. He was one of the oldest draftees of World War II, volunteered, served in the South Pacific as a naval historian, and that's where he got the material for his book Tales of the South Pacific, which went on to become the basis for the smash Broadway musical that runs forever and ever. South Pacific, of course, made him a very wealthy man, so he could devote himself to writing these gigantic fictional historical novels that were very popular back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, maybe into the 80s. He was an amazingly prolific writer and an inspiration for me. I don't know how much visibility he has now, but I'm certainly going to go back and take a look at some of his books, such as on Texas, Mexico, and Israel. So we're packing up today. We're heading back to Katona. We're going to stop at an orchard and pick up fresh fruit and vegetables. And I have to say, there's sort of a bittersweet feeling. Here we are in the middle of August, and it's been great to be out, able to go to a museum, able to eat at restaurants with outdoor dining. I'm very aware that end of summer is approaching, fall, cold, rainy weather. I hope that the restaurants and eateries that have made such a heroic effort to come back and arrange things safely will able to continue doing what they do, both in New Hope and Lambertville and Katona and really everywhere. That's a real signal of our economy and society turning around, where people can get out and enjoy themselves, go on vacation. I'm hoping that come December, January, things continue on the painful process of becoming more normal, whatever that is. And my fondest hope is we don't look back on the summer of 2020 and say, those were the good old days. But I'm hoping with a lot of American pluck and imagination and pulling together that this will be just the start of the new good old days that will continue. So from New Hope, Pennsylvania, Van Walla, thanks for listening. Hi, in thinking about what I recorded earlier, I realized I completely forgot to explain why this is called the Aaron Burr House. Well, as you can see, in 1804, Aaron Burr had that duel with Alexander, I can't remember his name, he seems to be in the news a lot these days. Anyway, after their duel in Weehawken, New Jersey, Burr fled to this house in New Hope, and the place is festooned with Aaron Burr pictures, Revolutionary books, Hamilton stuff, and it's a pretty amazing place to have this kind of historical connection. It's also interesting because about 2 weeks ago, I signed into Disney Plus and watched that musical that everybody seems to be talking about. It's mostly about Aaron Burr, it really is. And there's this other guy, again, like Hamilton, that's his name, I couldn't remember it. There's even a picture here of the duel, if you look there. So obviously I'm sitting on, if not hallowed ground and ground that helped make Broadway history. So that's a little bit of the background of how the Aaron Burr House came to be known as the Aaron Burr House. So now you know. Thanks.